What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a mukbang / story time, and when I'm eating, I'm moping. So it's just chicken with like potatoes or some shit, and a shitload of rice. I forgot my one. So today, what I'm gonna be talking about is So what am I going to be talking about? Oh yeah, I'm going to be talking about the time that I went to the hospital for the first time. So I was like 8, I think, and I was watching wrestling, and then I think I was folding clothes or something, and I felt that something like a tension, like right here, like a shitload of tension, and then I went to go tell my parents, and then they took me to to some doctor that's like close to where I'm at, and well, he told us, nah, you have to go to children's, and then he was telling me that I had to go there to the children's hospital. So my parents took me. When I got there, they hooked me up to the machines and all that, because they're like, oh, we're gonna take your blood pressure and all this other shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Like 8, not understanding anything. So they hooked up the little heart monitor thingy, and then I remember that my uncles were like coming in and all that, and I forgot who was in the room specifically. I think it was just like my sisters and my parents, and maybe one of my uncles, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, they hooked me up to the machine, and then I was like playing with the machine, and then the little thingy came off my finger, and I started freaking out because like in the movies, like I always heard like the thing, once it goes beep, you're dying. So I like started freaking out that I thought I was dying, and yeah, I was pretty much thinking that I was dying, and then the nurse came in. The nurse came in, and they're like, "Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened?" And then they saw me like freaking out, and then they're like, "Oh, the thing just came out your finger. You're not dying," and blah blah blah. And then they told me that the doctor was gonna come in a bit, so I relaxed, and then the doctor came, and he told me that that I had something in, and he's telling me that my elbow, I had some fluid or something in my elbow, that it was like causing it like tension and something. So so my dude like comes out with like a needle like yay freaking big, and yeah, he like jams that some bitch in my arm, in my elbow, and I was like, what the fuck? And that shit hurt. Honestly, that shit fucking hurt. I'll put this over here, I can't talk any. So that shit hurt like so bad, because like fucking needle like that into my elbow. And then then he showed me the fluid, and I was like, why am I green? I was over here thinking I was turning into a Hulk or some shit. And then he's like, oh, you have an infection or something in your elbow, so we're gonna have to put you in a room. They put me in a room, and then I had to stay there for like 2 to 3 days. And on the second day, one of the other doctors came in and told me, yeah, you're gonna have to, if this doesn't go away, and like by tomorrow or something, that I was gonna need surgery for it. And I really didn't want that, because I was like freaking 8. What 8-year-old wants to go into surgery? And then yeah. So all that came in. They were telling me about that, and then I lost my train of thought. And then the whole day I couldn't sleep because I was like, nah, what if it doesn't go away? What if I had to get surgery? And then I remember, I think it was my mom that was with me, but she stayed there with me, and she basically told me just leave it in God's hands, pretty much. And she started praying, and then the next day came in, and yeah, pretty much they told me, oh, you didn't need. They like, okay, we're gonna take you to the X-ray. They took me to the X-ray, and they made me wait. I remember that they put me in the little scanner thing, MRI thing or some shit like that, the X-ray thing, and they pretty much put me in it, and they like pick a movie out of the options, and I picked like Toy Story, and yeah, they put me in there. I was watching Toy Story because they're like, it's gonna be a while, like 30, 45 minutes, I think. And they took the X-rays and all that, and they took me back into the room. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna come back with your results in like an hour or two. They came back in like an hour and a half, I think. And they told me, okay, good news, the thing actually went away. Like, it went away overnight. Like, they didn't know what had happened or anything. But yeah, I didn't have to get surgery. But that was like my first experience in the hospital. And yeah, they were telling me that I didn't need surgery, but it was like a miracle that went away, because it usually doesn't just go away. That they usually have to like cut from like up here to like midway towards the forearm and like clean out the bone. You know, that's what freaked me out. And yeah, they pretty much told me I didn't need it, and that it was pretty much a miracle that I didn't need it, and that I could go home in like a couple hours. So they just had to fill out the paperwork and all that. So they finished up the paperwork, and yeah, that was I got home, and I pretty much ate. No, I got home and I just like fell asleep. I think I ate and then fell asleep. But also in the hospital, I remember that one of my uncles took me pancakes, and I think it was like a wrestling DVD. Yeah, back then when they had DVDs. Then it was only DVDs and all that. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. It's my first experience when I went into a hospital. I know it's kind of crazy and like funny, but that shit actually happened to me. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Leave me down in the comments more suggestions of videos or topics you want me to cover. If you want me to give you advice or something, but yeah, just let me know in the comment section. All right, nice to catch you.